Hi everybody, and welcome back to my channel for this Friday morning, afternoon or evening across the world you may be at. I hope you're all doing well, and as you guessed it, yesterday in the UK was the voting day, the polling day as it's called, and I want to talk about it as the results have come in the last couple of hours for my area, and surprise, surprise, shock not. Well, it is a shock to me, but not. Reform UK have taken over Suffolk County Council. They've taken it away from the Conservatives, and Ipswich Borough Council still remains Labour for the moment. But as a local neurodivergent autistic woman, I want to talk about this and how it can potentially affect people with disabilities and mental health conditions that live within Suffolk and the Ipswich area. And as someone who's neurodivergent autistic herself, I am extremely worried about how the future is going to look for people with mental health and autism or any form of physical disability. I think that right now Ipswich is politically a very difficult place to adjust to, and I think right now we're all in kind of a shock that Reform have surged in such a landslide to take Suffolk County Council away from the former Conservatives. And I'm worried about the direction of how this is going to go, how they're going to support people with disabilities. It's not been made very clear what's going to happen with regards to policies and legislation and how they plan on supporting local constituents who have disabilities, mental health, physical health and long-term conditions. And I'm extremely anxious and worried about how we move forward as a community, as a town, as a nation of people who have just gone through a stressful voting polling day yesterday, and everyone who wanted to vote made their choice, and I didn't vote. I chose not to vote this time round because I personally don't believe in any of them. I personally believe that a lot of them make up lies through their teeth, and I think a lot of them are just using it as a power play and wanting to play playground politics, and that's something that I don't agree with. I'm someone who only votes for something that I strictly 100% believe in, and I won't vote for a politician just because they say they're going to do X, Y and Z to help people. I go based on their reputation, I go based on their character of judgment, the way that they interact with people. And previously I was a very staunch Conservative voter, and I've voted Conservative since I've been 16 years old, and I'm now nearly 38 years old, and it makes me really sad that unfortunately this time round I felt that I couldn't vote. I just had no choice in who to vote for. I don't believe in any of their policies. Each political party to me just seems to be politically point scoring and pointing the finger, and to be honest they're all acting like a bunch of children. I just don't agree with it. I'm not going to vote for something based off one legislation, one policy, one thing that they say. And it just, politics right now is very edgy, it's very untrustworthy. I don't think we should trust politicians. They don't seem to want to serve for the greater good. It's all about power and money and greed and self-preservation, and it's not okay. I really feel unsure right now about how to take this news today that Reform have surged ahead in victory over the local Conservative government. It is quite scary at how, or potentially the lack of help and support for disabled people and people with mental health issues is going to be ongoing here in the UK, in my hometown of Ipswich and in the Suffolk region as a whole. I am very, very deeply concerned how we integrate and how we communicate with politicians going forward now. I think it's going to be something that's going to need to be a ongoing basis and ongoing communication. And I'm unsure how people with disabilities feel right now, because I don't think Reform, to be honest, are the best option. I don't believe that they are wanting to help people with disabilities. In fact, I know they haven't, because they have said in the past about wanting to scrap disability benefits and are wanting to force people into work who are disabled. And yes, while I agree some people with disabilities can work, I'm not saying all of us can work, but some of us may choose to want to work, or some of us are fit for work and we're not working, so I can understand why they want to do that. But again, it's not accurate. It's not okay to tar all people with one brush into one box, and I'm extremely worried going forward now how all disabled people and people with mental health issues are going to be supported. and how we can make this any better than what it was under the previous Conservatives. And it's a very scary time. I feel extremely anxious about how the future is going forward, and it's just really, really scary that I don't feel like it's a time to celebrate right now. A lot of people are very, very happy right now. I know there's a lot of people in my hometown going to be absolutely delighted with the outcome that happened today. But for me, I'm very anxious. I am not sure about how this is going to work long term, and time will tell, I guess. But I'm just very, very shocked at the result. Yes, I am kind of shocked that they won so quickly, and the fact they've only been around for the last couple of years and not even been an official party until the last couple of years, and now they're winning everywhere. Nearly every seat has been taken by Reform, which to me is kind of scary, because now this big new party all of a sudden is taking over everywhere. It's not just my hometown, it's not just my home city, it's across the whole of the UK pretty much. It's a landslide, and it's kind of scary how quick a new party can take seats and take power. And I just hope that Reform are serious about helping people like me who have disabilities, and people like I know in my life who have mental health issues, and people who in my life who have physical disabilities. And I just really hope that this is going to be a good start of collaboration and getting to know disabled residents and talking to them and working with them and supporting them, because at the moment I feel very frightened of the future going forward. I'm not sure what to think or what to say, but I am very, very anxious about how politics is going to be in Ipswich going forward. I hope it's not as bad as what I think it's going to be, but I'm very, very certain that it's not going to come to any good anytime soon. And yeah, I just hope that we do get a say, we do get a voice in this next couple of years whilst Reform have their power. And I hope they do truly want to work with people like us and actually support us and raise awareness of different causes in the area, and speak to local advocates and professionals. But at the moment I'm feeling very unsure. I feel very worried about the future going forward. I hope it's not as bad as what I think, but I just can't believe it. I just can't believe that a party who have basically come out of nowhere have completely swept over everywhere. It's a very scary time for politics, and I usually don't do political videos, guys. I'm sorry, but I had to talk about this. I'm very anxious about the way it goes forward. I will link the article down in the video description so you guys can read about what happened in my hometown, and I will see you on the next one. Bye, guys.